Body confidence is something that I have always struggled with, and body shaming and fat shaming is sadly something that I have been on the receiving end of quite a few times. Before I had my children, I wasn't particularly confident about my body. I would always find something wrong with my body. I always thought I was fat, regardless of whether I was a size 8 or a size 12 or 14. I was never happy, and I was one of those classic people that you would look at a photo and think, oh my god, how could I think I was fat back then? I'd give a kidney to look like that again. And I still feel that way now. I look at photos from 10 years ago when I was 18, 19, and I want to go back and slap myself and be like, you stupid girl, there was nothing wrong with you at all, you were perfect, and why on earth did you think that you were so fat, and really give yourself a lot of grief. And I should probably tell myself that now, but sadly that just isn't how I feel about myself. I am very self-conscious of my weight and my body shape. I often wear dark colours to hide my bits that I don't like, all my wobbly bits. Probably my biggest hang up is my stomach. It's not gone back the way I wanted it to, and while I'm so proud and so lucky that my body has grown and birthed 2 humans, I can't help but compare myself to friends of mine, mums on Instagram and YouTube that just seem to just snap back, and they either look the same or better since having kids. And I kind of think, why haven't I snapped back, and why have I still kind of got that saggy bit of skin that won't go back, and why am I covered in stretch marks? And I know I need to learn not to compare and to do that, and it is something I'm working on very slowly. But when you have been on the receiving end of fat shaming, it can be difficult to feel confident about yourself. Since having my daughter, I had her about 5 months before I got married, and I worked in a leisure centre environment around a lot of fit and healthy people, and a few people seemed fit to make my weight a topic of conversation, and I had men and women comment on how I should lose some weight, how a person like my husband wouldn't stay with a girl who looks like me unless I upped my game, which was their words. I remember a particular awkward conversation with a woman, a mother of 2, and said, if you want me to give you personal training, I will. You don't want to be walking down, the aisle, looking, as you do, you've not long had the baby. And it was so awkward when I had to tell her that actually my wedding had been 4 weeks prior to this conversation. So I walked away feeling so deflated and so hurt, and those comments still resonate within me. And to be told by another woman that you don't look good enough to walk down an aisle, and that someone like your husband wouldn't stay with somebody like you, to be told by a man that it's such a shame that you aren't a skinny girl because you have the potential to be stunning. And so yeah, I'm emphasising on those words because I think potential and stunning and it's a shame, I just think it's just vulgar and it is disgusting, and I will do another video on it. But those words and that particular incident did lead into me developing social anxiety, and I ended up having 4 months of work, and I won't lie, it affected my entire life. I'm not going to cry about it because I'm not going to let that person win. And there is a bit more to the story, but the reason why I wanted to do this video was, if you have got nothing better to do with your time than to fat shame or skinny shame or just body shame anyone, you really need to sit back and look at yourself. And there's enough bad things going on in the world, so why on earth would you want someone to feel so low and so awful about themselves? And if you feel that way about yourself, why would you want to make someone feel that way? I know for a fact I wouldn't want anyone to feel the way that I feel about myself, or the way I have felt about myself in the past, because it's not nice and it is very lonely, and I shouldn't be made to feel like I'm less of a person because I haven't snapped back or made enough of an effort to lose my baby weight. I've birthed two babies and I'm damn proud of it, and why my body might not be what society or these, you know, minority of people who felt the need to tell me that I'm not the way they think I should be, I think is just disgusting. And I don't want any new mums who might be watching this video, if you don't snap back and you don't look the same as you did before, it doesn't matter. What matters is, you know, that you're happy and you concentrate on being a mum, because ultimately that's the most important thing. If you're worrying about your weight, you're gonna be taking that energy worrying about how you look and your body and your weight, instead of focusing on the things that matter, like your child and your family and your loved ones, and ignore those people. Because I spent way too long being hung up on the comments made by some very vile people, and I'm not going to let them do it anymore. So kind of gone off on one, but body shaming and fat shaming or skinny shaming is something that I do feel really strongly about. And like I said, while I might not be 100% happy with the way I look, and it is something that I'm working on, not necessarily to lose weight, but my mindset of how I feel about myself, I think is more important than what I physically look like. But yeah, so that's my opinion and my view on body confidence and body shaming. Do check out Channel Mum website. There's lots of mummies on there talking about their post-baby bodies and body shaming, and yeah, check them out, because you know, everyone's got their own individual story. And why I am incredibly proud of my body, because it's done something that I know a lot of women are yearning to do. I'm not quite there with my body confidence, and I hope that one day I will be. And I hope if you are struggling, you need to focus on your mindset rather than your actual body image, because once you feel happy within yourself, it's not going to matter what clothes size you wear, or you know, the opinions of sheep, as they say. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you've enjoyed this video. And like I said, don't forget to check out Channel Mum's website with other videos on body shaming, and if you're thinking about leaving a nasty comment, just do one. Thank you for watching me. Bye.